If you're following Depp and Heard, and you have been for a while, you might know that Amber took some dogs into Australia when she wasn't supposed to. She committed perjury, and no one's saying that she didn't. But now the Australian government comes out August 22nd, 2023, which is today for me, and they say, pretty much, no prosecution. They're letting it go. This here appears to be from their official website. I mean, it says Australian Government, Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry. Determination of the question of prosecution of Amber Heard. Prosecution action will not be taken against actress Amber Heard over allegations related to her sentencing for the illegal import of 2 dogs into Australia in 2015. The department collaborated with agencies both in Australia and overseas to investigate these claims against Ms. Heard. A brief of evidence was referred to the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions, who has made the decision not to prosecute in this instance for having applied the prosecution policy of the Commonwealth. And that's it. That's the whole statement. Here's their website, and you go down and you get recommendations for different articles. It's very short. But of course, there are people speculating on social media. Let's take a look. Here's the person who posted the article. I think the first one to get to it. His name's Christopher Melcher. I've heard the name before, can't remember the details, but obviously he's not a fan of Amber. One thing Christopher did say, which is important, is this is not a declaration of innocence. He also said there's going to be more to come to report on, so we'll wait for that. This person here, Fem, lists things that could nullify the prosecution. We'll get into that. But the person Cat down there has the theory that passage of time is what did it. But it's because of them the passage of time happened. They knew about it off the bat, and they're the ones that waited. If someone came out now with evidence and said, hey, Amber did this in 2015, they could say, like with allegations of DV and things, passage of time. But that's not the case. They knew about it right when it happened. Anyway, let's see. Public interest factors we may consider include whether the offense is serious or trivial. So if it's trivial or whatnot, not a big deal, sure, they could let it go. Not the case here. It's not trivial if you know what's going on when you put something in an ecosystem that shouldn't be there. Mitigating or aggravating circumstances, I'm not sure exactly what that could be in this case, but okay. The age, intelligence, physical health, mental health, or vulnerability of the alleged offender, witness, or victim, and at the time, Amber was in good shape. Well, there are some things to be said about mental health, but I don't see the big issue there with deciding to take dogs into a country or not. The alleged offender's criminal history and background. Well, we know she's got a DUI. We know she was arrested for abusing a partner in 2009. The passage of time since the alleged offense, which is what the person said below, but that doesn't make sense because they didn't find out about it now and then decide too much time passed. They knew about it off the bat, so it was them who let the time pass. The availability and efficiency of any alternatives to prosecution. Okay, well, the alternative is to just let her go and make movies that aren't so great, by the way, but make movies. The prevalence of the alleged offense and need for general and personal deterrence. The attitude of the victim or victims. Well, like I said, Amber made fun of the situation in a couple of posts and tweets and things like that. So I gotta say her attitude was horrible. The need to apply regulatory or punitive imperatives, and at the end, the likely outcome in the event of finding of guilt. So the outcome would be a media storm and a lot of backlash. Obviously, from all sides, but what I mean is backlash against the country from certain people. But then again, praise from a lot of people. The problem is, the backlash might come from the top, and the praise would come from the average Joe, the fan base, which I guess they don't care about so much. They care about the Hollywood honchos that might defend you know who. That's what I'm getting from that last line there. And obviously, if she was just some average Jane, average person off the street, I'm pretty sure they'd be punished. Maybe not the heaviest jail sentence. Maybe they take in consideration certain things, but I really doubt they just forget it and announce it's not happening if Amber was just the average person off the street. Of course, around 100 Johnny fans pitched in. I can't prove they're Johnny fans, I'm assuming, but a safe bet. The real Laura B says she never has to answer or pay for her wrongdoings. Tug Simp says, click on the article and file a complaint. I have. Not a bad idea. The person down below says, it's obvious you would not know a fact if it came dancing the can in front of you. Were you one of those experts who claimed Amber would have to provide suspension bond to appeal as well? Alright, they're going down a road I can't quite follow there. But anyway, as far as the fact is, Amber did this, and now Australia's saying, let's let it go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. Following Dan Wooten, waiting for the next big one to drop. Maybe it's dropped already, and it's coming soon. Time shall tell. Done here for now. See you next time.